Hello everyone, and welcome to Lesson 182. This is one of the most beautiful lessons in the workbook. It's called, I Will Be Still an Instant and Go Home. This world we seem to live in is not home to us, and somewhere in our minds we know this is true. A memory of home keeps haunting us. I don't know about you, but from the time I was little. As if there were a place that calls us to return, although we don't recognize this voice, and we don't know what this reminds us of. And yet we feel an alien here from somewhere all unknown. Nothing so definite that we could say with certainty, we're in exile here, but there's just a persistent feeling, sometimes not more than a tiny little throb, at other times hardly remembered, actively dismissed, but surely to return to mind again. Everyone knows whereof we speak. Some of us try to put our suffering by in games we play, to occupy our time, all of our distractions, and to keep this sadness from us. Others of us will deny that we're sad, and we don't recognize the tears at all. Still others will maintain that what we speak of is ridiculous. It's an illusion, not to be considered more than but a dream. Yet who, in simple honesty, without defensiveness and self-deception, would deny we understand these words we speak? And so we speak today for everyone who walks this world, because no one is at home. We go uncertainly about an endless search, seeking in darkness what we can't find, not recognizing even what it is we're seeking. 1,000 homes we make, yet none content our restless minds. We don't understand we build in vain. The home we seek can't be made by us. There is no substitute for heaven or for oneness. That's the real home. All we ever made was hell in our sleeping state. And then it moves right on. Perhaps you think it is your childhood home that you would find again. This childhood of your body and its place of shelter are a memory now so distorted that you merely hold a picture of a past that never happened. Science, by the way, has proven that memory keeps constantly changing. So we now have science and the course yet again agreeing with one another. Yet there is a child in you who seeks his father's house and knows that he is alien here. The child with a capital C is referring to that true, eternal, loving presence of everything and everyone. This childhood is eternal, with an innocence that will endure forever, and where this child shall go is holy ground. It is his holiness that lights up heaven and that brings to earth the pure reflection of the light above, wherein are earth and heaven joined as one. This holiness is ours. And the rest of this is written more as an analogy to try to make a point, so don't try to take it as a literal statement. It is this child, this truth, this reality in you, your Father knows as his own son. It is this child who knows his Father, and he desires to go home so deeply, so unceasingly. His voice cries unto you, our right mind, please let him rest a while. He doesn't ask for more than just a few instants of respite, just an interval in which he can return to breathe again the holy air that fills his Father's house. You're his home as well. He's going to return, but give him just a little time to be himself within the peace that is his home, his real home, resting in silence and in peace and in love. This child, this who we really are, this experience of unity needs your protection. He is far from home. He is so little that he seems so easily shut out. his tiny voice so readily obscured, his call for help almost unheard amidst the grating sounds and harsh and rasping noises of this world. Yet does he know that in you still abides his sure protection. You're not going to fail him. He will go home, and you're going to go right along with him. This child, this loving presence is your defenselessness. It is your strength. He trusts in you. He came because he knew you would not fail. He whispers of his home unceasingly to you because he would bring you back with him, that he himself might stay and not return again where he does not belong, and where he lives an outcast in a world of alien thoughts. His patience has no limits. He will wait until you hear his gentle voice within you, calling you to let him go in peace along with you to where he is at home, and you with him. When you are still an instant, when the world recedes from you, when your valueless ideas cease to have value in your restless mind, then you will hear his voice to love, to be deeply peaceful. So poignantly, he calls to you that you will not resist him longer. In that instant, he will take you to his home, and you will stay with him in perfect stillness, perfect silence, and in peace, beyond all words, untouched by fear and doubt, sublimely certain you are at home. So rest with him frequently today. Be still today. For he, the truth of you, was willing to become a little child so that you might learn of him how strong is he who comes without defenses, offering only love's messages to those who think he is their enemy. He holds the might of heaven in his hand and calls them friend, and gives his strength to them that they may see he would be friend to them. He asks that they protect him, for his home is far away and he will not return to it alone. Christ is reborn as a little child each time a wanderer would leave his home. This is not talking about Jesus. This is talking about the truth of us. We're the wanderer that leaves home when we prefer separation to wholeness. For he must learn that what he would protect is this child, is our innocence, who comes defenseless and who is protected by defenselessness. Go home with him from time to time today. You are as much an alien here as he. Be still. Prefer love. So take time today to lay aside your shield, which profits nothing. It gets you nowhere. And lay down the spear and sword you raised against an enemy without existence. Christ, or love, has called you friend and brother. He's even come to ask your help in letting him go home today, completed and completely. He has come as does a little child who must beseech his father for protection and for love. He rules the universe, and yet he asks unceasingly that you return with him and take illusions as your gods no more. Stop hallucinating. You have not lost your innocence. It is for this you yearn. This is your heart's desire. This is the voice you hear, and this the call that cannot be denied. This holy child, your innocence, remains within you. His home is yours. Today he gives you his defenselessness, and you accept it in exchange for all the toys of battle that you have made. And now the way is open, and the journey has an end in sight at last. Be still an instant and go home with him and be at peace a little while. Such a gorgeous feeling tone lesson. Feel the truth of this. Feel that the ego mind with which we identify keeps us feeling an alien, and yet in our right minds, the truth of us, the innocence of us, the defenselessness of us is always here waiting for us to pay attention. Have a lovely, meaningful day as you ponder over this gorgeous lesson. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.